Previously on RPG Blender.
Well, now that I feel confident that there's nothing living in this hand, I go, yeah, don't pick that up. It might break something.
Anyway, what about the blood? Do we know where this leads?
As the question leaves your lips, the sand begins to rumble. It gathers in the center, forming an only vaguely humanoid form as it rises to its towering, huge shape. It lets loose a bellowing roar, sending sand blowing in every direction and forcing you to roll initiative. Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next step in our adventure. Our characters have found their way to the tower's peak, but how will they handle its rising guardian? Find out as we venture into the converging worlds of Dungeons & Dragons in Rejects and Dragons, Sentry of the Sands. Top of the order with Levi Stratum.
I'm going to give this guy... I'm going to guess he's not super dexterous, so I'm going to give him some fairy lights. Pull another pod, crush it up in our hand, and just blow it toward him. What? I rolled 2.
Well, he rolled 2, as he has advantage on that, and he rolled a 6 and a 1, so he does unfortunately get affected by your spell.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah! So he is covered in shiny spores. I'm not going to get near him for Ivy to attack him, so that is absolutely my turn.
Then he goes. From its sand form, 2 pseudopods lunge out, one at Aberion and one at Damon.
Big sand tentacle. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, wow, yeah, that's a 21. No, that'll just barely hit. That'll just barely hit. That's 26. That'll also just barely hit. I think that was just above what you should be rolling on us on the first attack. Just, maybe the first attack misses, gives us a false sense of confidence. Then you can hit us later. You don't have to hit us the first time, right?
It'd be nice if that narrative went that way.
The sand breaks apart as it connects, then reforms into a ball, grappling you.
There it is. There it is.
And that brings us to Damon.
I have a feeling we know what that blood goes to. As I say, as I wriggle against the sand that has its firm grasp on me. I'm not one to get out of these sorts of things, though. But I can still cast. So I will. Muster up all my strength to just stick my hands out of the grasp and make an incantation and force a spiritual weapon to appear. George, can I try and use my spiritual weapon to break the sand tentacle and make it no longer hold on to me?
You saw it break apart and then reform around you, so it seems unlikely that you would be able to break the tentacle in order to have it let go of you. As the sand is not actually a continuous being, it's animated sand that is acting in almost a hive mind-like situation.
Okay. Then I will still cast my spiritual weapon, and I will take a slash at the creature.
How'd you roll?
I don't know. How did I? Not good, right? I dropped the dice on it.
You did. You dropped a die, and with your advantage, you rolled a 2 and a 5.
Yay!
Still grappled. I will shout while my spiritual scythe that has come into existence in front of it. I will say to Levi, "Are these crystals doing anything like this?" And I'll end my turn because I can't move. Right?
Isn't spiritual weapon isn't a bonus action spell?
Spiritual weapon is a bonus action spell,
which means you could still use your main action in order to attempt to break the grapple.
Oh, I guess we all need a laugh, right? Okay. And Damon will flail helplessly in an attempt to break free of the grappling. Oh, perfect. Rolling a 1. It doesn't look like the sand's given me any help here.
And unfortunately, your one does not allow you to break free of the sand.
Man, honestly,
Now
I'm shocked.
Aberion.
I have lived my whole life on sand, and I do not intend to die to it. I'm going to attempt to break free of the grapple. Oh yeah, all right. I rolled a 4. Yeah, let's go.
Guys, I think the only number above 10 that we've rolled was Levi's initiative.
No, that was like a 8 plus 4, I think. So it was also below 10. It just got modded.
So you rolled a 4. He rolled a 6. However,
Oh my
his strength does, I believe, outweigh your bonus.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Actually, you both have the exact same bonus, which is a +6. So
Well, as a bonus action on my turn, I don't know. What do I have a bonus? I could do second wind. I think is second wind a bonus action. That's all I can do. I can't move because I'm grappled, right? So
correct.
That's right.
I end my turn.
On initiative 20.
It's going to perform its lair action.
Yes, it is. It is going to perform its lair action. On initiative round 20, you see the sand in his pit begin to roil and boil in itself. It appears that the sand is now moving, much like the movie version of Quicksand would be. It is now, all sand in this room is now difficult terrain.
Do I get to move across it normally because my last name is Sandstrider? Or
No, it is in fact doubly insulted by you because of that name.
okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Now you can go, Levi.
Oof. He is far, and I cannot get to him. Everyone else is literally tied up. So, kind of one of those, it's people are counting on you, Levi. You gotta step up with your plan. Make things happen. So I'm gonna get here because that's actually within striking distance for both me and Ivy, and shoot. And I yell out to Ivy, the command consume, and I'm trying to roll real dice like that matters. Shooting my magic crossbow bolts at this thing's face. All right.
Ooh, first hit.
11 of that, and then he can hopefully have some of this. Ivy lashes out. Oh, very nice. So I raise my bolt and shoot, and then yell for Ivy to consume, and she follows kind of directly behind the bolt and like chomps down where the bolt lands.
You end your turn. And it goes. The first thing that happens is its form begins to shake and shimmer. As it does, its motions begin to become quicker.
It's literally quicksand. Oh man.
How dare you?
As it does, you see the quickness in the sand begin to boil out from itself into the sand surrounding it, which whips up into almost a sandstorm-like effect. Who is in the sand? That would be Damon. Levi.
Well, I'm on the stairs.
You are on
It's
the
just-
stairs.
It's just me.
It is just you. Unfortunately, you fail.
Uh-oh.
And you are blinded.
No, I'm at disadvantage. My advantage.
You are blinded until the end of its next turn.
Do you want me to roll for Ivy?
Sure, then roll for a dexterity save for Ivy, which I believe is going to be a funny thing to roll.
So that is a 13.
That does not save, so Ivy is blinded as well.
Her plant eyes.
My petals. My beautiful petals.
At which point, the pseudopods around Aberion and Damon constrict and pull.
No.
Aberion, you find yourself balancing on the edge of the platform which held the purple object, and Damon, you are pulled into the sand. And you each take...
5 damage. 3 damage. 1 damage.
Are you just trying to guess damage? Don't provoke him.
-5. You heat the sand heals us. It seeps into our
Wow.
wounds and cleanses them.
minimum damage. You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
That's minimum? Oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh god. Oh no.
And at the end of that horrifying turn, it goes to Damon.
This is not feeling good. So looking around and seeing the situation, I I'm going to try and focus my scythe to take another swipe at him, and it slashes through, with me rolling a 13 for a total of 19 to hit. 11 force damage. And then, struggling against the sand, realizing things are going to get to the worst, I'm probably not going to be the one who's going to figure this out. So I'm going to try and dig deep into my dark knowledge to find out the weakness behind this creature. So I'm going to use my dark knowledge tactic.
This would definitely fall under the Arcana check reveals secrets of unnatural creatures and outsiders.
And I got an 11 for a total of 17.
Nice.
Okay. You're using your tactics ability, correct? So, each round you can use your bonus action to grant advantage on an attack roll.
Oh,
to
crap. We
against...
all have advantage, don't we?
Yes.
Not me
Man.
anymore. Maybe this gives me my advantage back.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's not how it works.
No.
Boy, I could dream.
Crap. Okay, well, I did it, so.
Well, if the fairy fire fades upon Averion getting walloped,
Man, fairy fire fades. Say that 10 times fast.
But that ends my turn.
Averion.
You've got so much advantage.
I can't move still to
Mhm.
want to attack this thing, so I'm going to try and break out of this grapple again.
As I mentioned, you could probably attack the pseudopod.
I'm going to do that. I'm attacking the pseudopod with
Great.
my spear in a beautiful stabbing motion, and that is 23 to hit. So I stab into the pseudopod, slamming it at the spear point sharply inwards. As much alliteration as possible, dealing 11 points of damage.
Excellent.
And if I am not yet freed, I will make another attack.
You are not yet freed, no.
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack. Got a 13 plus 6, that's a 19. And I bash this pseudopod thing. Get off of me! Dealing max damage as well. 4 plus 6, dealing 10 damage.
20 damage.
20 damage because the bludgeoning damage rips away at the sand, knocking away a larger chunk than you would have expected.
That's good to know. It's vulnerable. I shout to the rest of the group.
So am I! As I start getting dragged in.
Anything else,
All right.
Averion?
That is the end of my turn.
Top of the round, initiative 20. The green crystal near Levi begins to glow, and as it does, begins radiating out energy, which infects the sand beneath, which begins to twist up into vines, thorny vines, which engulf a 20-foot area around it. This is equivalent to a spike growth spell, if you remember that beautiful spell.
I do.
The books. Oh, God.
It is difficult terrain, and any creature that moves into or within the area takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Levi, you can go.
Thank you. I am blind, but I try and shoot at the giant sand creature where it was. And I tell Ivy to lash out again, and it doesn't get a 1, so I'm happy. So both of us miss terribly, just lashing out wildly in our blind state.
Excellent. The crossbow bolt fires out, and those of you with sight can see that it does actually seem to pierce the creature. However, it just keeps going as a hole of sand and opens up in the sand for it to travel through. Ivy likewise goes out to grab a bite of sand, and she succeeds, but the sand just kind of flows out of her mouth as she's unable to wrench it away.
He can go intangible at will. How are we going to kill this thing?
Or it's flavorful of applications of AC. But
But you be the judge.
This is our god now.
anything else, Levi?
No, I won't move. So yeah, that's it. I'm just rubbing my eyes.
You will be happy to know that the sandstorm ability did not recharge. You'll be less happy to know that that means that he is free to lunge out with a pseudopod toward the third ungrappled target,
I am less happy
Damn it.
about that. You're right.
as well as to the one who bashed him with a spear, which hurt much more than you would have thought.
Miss. Oh, he got it to him.
Rolling
Did not
fire,
miss.
19 to 20.
It strikes Levi, dispersing as it hits him and then coalesces back around him. Meanwhile, Averion actually struck this time.
Actually, yeah, whapping me for damage. How much am I going to take? I'm at half health, so if he does any amount,
Oh, no.
Yep, I got 3 HP. Yeah, that's
No.
Yeah.
Smack hard for 13 damage.
Let me just think. Is he doing anything else? Is he doing anything else? He is not doing anything else. Damon.
This is getting bad. I'm going to wield the scythe to swing again. Slicey, slicey. Rolling an 11 for
Nice.
17 to hit. 7 force damage to it. Looking about, seeing everyone, well, looking terrible. Summon the bells. I don't know if this thing cares about bells.
probably doesn't like noise because it's made of a bunch of tiny particles of sand. You know?
Well, it's my thing, so I
you
told
vibrate-
the bells.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It worked. Oh,
It worked.
every time I see success, I get so happy for like 3 seconds, and then I
That's
realize
not how that
too.
works. Crap. I'm gonna dig my feet against the quicksand to try and pull back, but to no avail. And I am a
Sound reverberates through the chamber of your bells, and unfortunately the sand seems unmoved by the doleful dirge. Aberion.
I have to strike at the pseudopod again. Okay, that's a good hit. All right, rolling that damage. Come on. Okay, kind of mediocre damage. Okay, I deal 8. So I stab at it and I deal 8 piercing damage, and then I'm going to make a butt attack. Come on, butt attack. I
You
believe.
hit that butt.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
that
right.
doubles.
Again, you unleash a bevy of blows against the pseudopod. It remains connected to you, but the sand does begin to appear to be losing some cohesion as bits are falling from the creature.
Probably should have used my bonus action in order to second wind myself, but I didn't. So I think I'm gonna use my. I have an action surge now. I think, right? Because I don't. 'cause
Action
we
surge
rested.
does not give you an extra bonus action, though.
It does give me another action though, right?
Yes,
So if I kill it with this final strike, then I won't get brutally murdered on my turn.
maybe.
Good gamble.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna attack one last time.
Action surge.
Yeah, that's a hit. Come on,
Rolling another 18 for a 24 to hit with his spear.
1 damage. And
Nice.
I'm furious. It's just a furious bevy of blows as I'm like slashing and slapping and butting and stabbing. And I'm just unleashing a torrent of blows against this sand creature.
You really want to live.
The creature does not fall. Anything
I
else,
was just gonna-
Aberion?
I just grit my teeth and I say, I am a Berian Sunstrider. I will not die to you. And I end my turn.
The purple crystal near Damon begins to emit energy, which, again, filters into the sand. However, where the sand previously formed vines, here it begins to solidify into almost solid earth, which then begins to roil churn and then strike out in directions. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw, Damon.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good at those.
Sound very confident. Can I make an insight check?
An 11.
Oh,
God. Oh.
It's not good.
it's above 10. All right, we're looking to get above 10 here. All right, that's our goal for this session. Roll above 10.
As the churning earth strikes you for 18 points of damage.
18. Oh my freaking god.
Man.
Damon
Jesus.
goes limp in the arms of the sand grappling his body.
Oh,
Levi.
man.
Fudge. I literally.
Bavarian
can't-
looks at you like wild-eyed, and he's just like, "Finish it!"
Yeah, that's literally. I'm not blind anymore, right? The sandstorm stopped.
You are not blind anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's what we're gonna do. I kind of just try and. I take a long deep breath in. Like to me, I'm like, and I shoot at the creature.
Critical hit! Maybe.
Yeah!
Roll that confirmation.
All right.
It is a critical hit. As you fire the crossbow bolt in, it begins trying to, again, move its flesh around. However, the damage incurred by the scythe and by Aberion's spear prevents it from pulling far for risk of losing full cohesion as your crossbow bolt, laced with your artificer magic, fires out, strikes, hitting it, and the beast explodes in a cacophony of sand.
Yeah, Levi. It doesn't make that noise. Levi very coolly exhales after inhaling.
Damon's
Damon!
body slumps into the sand.
Yeah. Does this go away? These vines?
No.
Oh, butts.
Baryon starts. Oh, wait, if we're still going in turn order.
We're still in
I'll
turn order. Yes, we are. Damon, let's get that. It did it automatically for you. Oh, that's fun. It only tells the GM the results of your death saving throw. Aberion, the pseudopod has fallen away from you. You are free to move as you choose.
I look to see the limp form of Damon off to my right, and I sprint across the sand to get to him. That's all my movement, just to get adjacent to him. I don't know if I can do anything to help heal him, but I'd like to make a medicine check to try and stabilize him.
Sure.
I'm not very good at this, but we're gonna try. Oh, I got a 10. That's mediocre.
You did it.
You stabilize him. You you bind his wounds. You give him CPR, whatever is necessary to get this man breathing again. And we go to the top of the round, and on initiative 20, the vines disappear, and the churning earth stops.
Yay! Now I'm gonna come over.
Yeah, now we can leave initiative order.
Yay! All right, now I'll come over and I will heal Damon.
After Damon.
Yeah, he's down, so I am absolutely doing it. I take out one of the seed pods on Ivy, but it's again one of the seeds that I used before, and I look for one of his more serious-looking wounds, and I just kind of push the seed in that, and it kind of acts like a stitching agent. So first, a bunch of almost aloe-smelling stuff comes out and just kind of spreads across the wound, and then a bunch of small vines kind of grab all the unstitched flesh and pull it closer together.
Oh,
We almost lost you there.
yeah. So I'm guessing you got it.
Yes.
Yeah, we all did it.
Levi got it.
Nice.
Well struck, my friend.
Thanks. I had sand in my eye, and I just start wiping sand out of my eyes. I'm around these completely bloodied, like organ-punched fighter.
Baryon, you grabbed the orb or whatever was over there, right?
No, he started to touch it, and it made a map.
Yes. I was about to touch it, and then this creature interrupted.
Let's grab that, shall we? And I'll begin making my way over to it.
As you walk through the center of the sand pit, you're able to make out where the sand body was, some objects buried.
Wait a minute, what have we here?
Oh yeah, the blood and stuff.
Digging away some of the sand.
I notice him kind of digging at and pawing at the ground, so I kind of walk over to help him. Looking for treasure in the sand. I have had many years of experience. Allow me to lend my assistance.
Give me a strength investigation check.
That is a 15.
As you dig, you begin to uncover various items which have been probably left from the previous victims of this creature.
I found a packet of sand. A small wooden container, much like a snuff box, containing a pinch of very fine sand. It may have special properties, I'm not sure. There is a sparkling gem. It is a clear crystal gem, which when I look into it, it seems to contain a mote of something bright deep inside its core. There is some azurite gemstones, 2 of them, a blue quartz gemstone, agate. It's a gemstone with translucent circles of gray, white, brown, blue, and green in color. There is a copper bar with some kind of etching on it. This may be something that we need to attune to some sort of magical focus or something. I'm not sure. There is some hemonite, more gemstones, lapis lazuli, a malachite. There is an orb of some kind, thick glass. It weighs about 1 pound and has a deep inner glow. A lot of glowing stones. I'm just going to give the rest to you. The last thing here is a tiger eye, another stone, and a turquoise gemstone, and what looks like a lot of coins. The brown ones you say are copper. The gray are silver. About 1,500 of those. Just at a cursory glance, I can count that quickly. And 80 gold pieces.
Well, you may not know magic, but your counting skills are impeccable.
Well, you have to know how to surmise the strength of an enemy in the desert sands, you know? If you do not understand your quarry very quickly, you will be outnumbered and overwhelmed.
Let's divvy up the loot, shall we? Baryon, you like sand. Here, have a packet of sand. Levi, anything jump out to you?
I really just want to check out the gem and see if it's a crystal.
All right. Give him the sparkling gem. I'm just going to take a quick look at the copper bar. Is anything recognizable concerning the etchings on it?
It does not appear to be language. It's more of a design. It's a repeating pattern that covers the entire bar, front, back, over the sides. The pattern continues looping, looping, looping as you go around it. No matter which direction you actually begin to trace it, it continues to loop.
And then this orb. Besides that, it's a series of valuable gems. I'll hold on to the orb, and then we should also investigate this copper bar more carefully. If there's more than meets the eye with it. But as far as the remains are concerned, Abarion, I think it's time that you get familiar with coin. So perhaps you carry some of these coins.
I think it would be of use.
It will eventually, I'm certain of that.
Baron opens out his palms to receive the coins. How much Damon offers him, I guess.
The copper are the most important, so you can. They're all yours.
Damon
This is the most valuable of the coins. It does not seem as lustrous as the other ones.
No,
That's strange.
I laugh and I say, no, they're actually the least valuable. I was joking, but we'll split them up more accordingly.
Well, I will carry as much as I am able.
So let's give him a significant amount of silver, copper, and some of the gold as well. Frankly speaking, I'm not so concerned about the value and what each of us are carrying. Right now, we're just carrying funds until we find a means to use them. Put all the coin in his hands.
And Abarian kind of buckles because while he is very lithe and athletic, he is much more dexterous than he is physically strong. And so this kind of weight of coins just shoved into his hands kind of overwhelms him.
Let's grab that orb, shall we? Or at least take a look at it before we grab it.
Yeah, I think it might be attached, or judging by what it did, be part of the magic here.
I'd like to take a look at it, just assess it before picking it up.
And as you get up and examine it, you can see that it is in fact built into the table.
And so I wanted you to be off the sand because now I want to play with it. So.
All right, play. And I observe.
Yeah, I touch it and I try and make that map again.
And it does indeed make the map again. You can see 4 towers of varying kinds, what looks like 2 cities, as well as a large stone wall of some kind between 2 mountain ranges.
Does any of this look familiar to anyone?
One of these could be the tower here. That tower there appears to be in a kind of desert of some kind. Perhaps it is a tower in my world. And perhaps this other towers can be from your world as well, Damon. Perhaps they're all connected.
To interject with knowledge your character would have. Damon, the tower to the north, the tall one with the pointed top, that appears to be the tower that you were heading to before this event occurred. Abarion, in the mountain range, you can see what appears to be a bone-white tower rising on a plateau, the one that you were approaching. Levi, you can see on an island the tower of Verathul, where you currently are.
Okay, so I say that. I say, well, here's where I'm from.
I say before I disappeared, I saw that bone white tower.
So that's where you are from.
And I was actually scouting out, and I point towards the tower in the north. That tower. Before I was also taken away to this place.
Anyone who wants to can roll a history check to see if they can discern other objects from their world.
I did.
Oh, heck yeah.
And that history check is a 11.
Okay. Levi, unfortunately, you don't quite recognize anything major, except to the north, you see the twin rivers, which are surrounding the capital of your nation, Gavgavost. Abarion, as you survey this scene, you do not see anything that immediately jumps out at you as a landmark, but as you view the raised plateau in the center, you can almost make out the twisting paths of sand that you have roamed in your home world. And Damon, just across the lake, you can see the city of Craig Boshun.
A fantastic city, if I do say so myself. Well named, in fact. Craig Boshun is just over there.
Not sure about this tower in the center, but the sands that surround it, it seems familiar to me as though I have walked them before.
So you're saying the center area is familiar to you from your homeland, Aberion?
Yes, that is correct. And this tower on the right side, the bone white tower in the mountain range, I was approaching that myself before I was taken here. Our worlds are on this map, and this map is connected somehow to the teleportation focus on the lower floors. Is that what you said?
Maybe. I'm not.
So someone must have brought us here.
Whether purposely or accidentally, something did occur that resulted in us being brought here.
So, where are they? It was not that creature that attacked us, that was merely a guardian. Where is this person? Was it the hag that we saw earlier?
No.
She seemed to indicate she was brought here as well.
Exactly.
Who is bringing everyone to this place?
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't think it's intentional. I think that something has gone haywire.
Agreed. These people were combining magics from different realms. Something that, as far as I can tell, it was not originally intended to do so. And in some cases, it seems they have succeeded. In others, I would say otherwise. We may be a byproduct of their meddling. And for all we know, their lives may have been taken because of it. First and foremost, we need to find a way to power that portal.
Of the gemstones that you recovered, have you tried to attune to any of them like you taught me with the boots?
Well, not yet, but I could use for a moment to sit down. Why don't we get away from this terrible pit of sand and find a place where we can get a little more comfortable and take a moment?
Let's not forget that this place was ransacked, so it is possible that someone hastily decided this place was not to be used any longer, and potentially whoever the previous caretakers or wards of this place were removed from it, and its magics might now just be, well, for lack of a better term, just going off.
Can do that? It can just activate itself?
It's possible that this maelstrom or any other number of things that this place is connected to are still powering it. And so if it's still being powered, that power has to go somewhere. And if it's not being directed, who knows?
Magic.
Yes, I'm not going to disagree that this is definitely one of the things that is... It's why it's important to be careful with magic and not just burn a bunch of books and kill all the caretakers of a very impressive tower.
If you said the caretakers who are here were all killed...
I said they're missing.
Where are their bodies then?
Well, I point to the smear on the sand, and I say it's more than possible that that's one, and because of the burnt books and the missing artifacts, we can assume that it could have just also been taken away.
We did not see any bones in the sand. There is no remnants of whoever was there.
Perhaps you didn't dig far enough. And I take a seat against the wall.
Yeah, Aberion, I guess, goes back to the sand and tries to keep digging to see if there's any remains. He's got nothing better to do.
It is also possible, since magic is capable of speaking with spirits and the dead, that the bodies would have been taken. Again, I'm not saying that anyone was killed, but the knowledge here was clearly removed.
Aberion, I'm not suggesting you dig in the sand. Come sit. You're barely holding on.
I need to get back. And we know enough about this place to know that something happened and that it was involving with us, but we don't know how to get back, and there has to be something. I just...
Continue to act hasty and you won't have a life to bring back to your home.
He is right. But he's right on two levels of Arion. We can't, even if you found instructions and a key, we couldn't so easily and hastily make that kind of trip. We need to make sure we know what we're doing. This place is powerful enough to pull us from our worlds, and so deserves a modicum of respect. We need to make sure we understand what we're doing and what we're interacting with.
Come on, don't you want to sit down and, attune yourself to a packet of sand?
He kind of looks kind of mouth half agape at you for like a second, and then he just sighs and he's like, "Very well."
There you go. I pat a little spot next to me.
He will walk over and join you.
Just like I taught you. I'll pull out the orb and try and regain my composure from that terrible experience.
Dust of sneezing and choking. Ha!
I hold up the crystal and I say, "This will summon the consciousness from the what is essentially my world's elemental plane of air."
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll only do it once, though. There's not a lot of magic in this. One of those things where we're better off using it when we know we need it.
Good luck with figuring out when that needs to happen. And I hold up the orb that I had, and I say, "This it's a nice form of emanating light. It can create a standard form of a light spell, or it can more powerfully present a true form of daylight from it. You can also activate it to sort of just follow you, which is nice. However, once it gets grabbed, it stops doing that. And it can only create true daylight once a day. I think it can cast traditional light per a standard light spell as needed. As you see, as I speak the command word, onsies, and it lights a standard light spell. I know it's a weird command word. Whoever made that is weird, but it works. And then you just say floatsies, and I let go of it, and it starts floating about 5 feet off of the ground.
But I do not understand why you could not just use a torch.
Well, tell me this, Aberian. What does it take to set up a torch to be used?
You get some animal hide and you wrap it with a cloth of some sort, and you light it.
Onsies.
Oh, that was pretty quick. Right, Aberian? Didn't have to wrap it in animal or anything.
Well, I'm just saying, there is a possibility that magic, as has been stated numerous times since I've arrived here, is unstable. And if something were to happen to your little globe, then it might not be in our favor.
Magic that's not well studied or left unattended can be dangerous. However, magic that's well studied and well understood tends to be less so. It's less of an art at that point and more of a science. This place, and I look around and gesture, is all art.
But in the meantime, if you need a light, and I grab the orb, you let me know, and I tuck it into my cloak.
I imagine if I'll need a light, you'll need a light, so I won't.
Shall we head down? There's more to explore in this place.
Are you two feeling up to it?
I get up and I look. I get up and I look, with the exception of a little bit of sand falling out of one of my pockets. No, I'm in pretty good shape now. At least worth exploring a bit more before we try to get some shut-eye. Barian, how about you?
Barian stands up, and as he does, his ribs kind of like crack, and he just sort of stretches a little bit. I am good enough to keep moving.
Hey, I say very wary.
Gonna do a quick insight check on that. That doesn't sound right. 13.
Oh, did I roll insight? That's the right thing. Deception.
I'm wondering if you're lying.
14.
Hey, you got a 14. Give me my one.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Now I look hardy.
You were so effing tough.
You know, your ribs may be cracking, but your spirit is impeccable. Let's continue. And we head down the stairs.
Okay. You make your way back down the stairs.
As we walk down the stairs, I will say to Levi, those 6 crystals that were surrounding the area, is there anything of value behind them? Are they purposefully making the sand do that map thing, or were they just defensive?
No. Do you want my theory? Do you want to know what I know? I'd have to go.
I'd like the reality, but if you don't know that, tell me what you think.
I think that the magic of this tower interacting with other planes where people live, is unique, and that's not something that generally my world does. However, we do magic by pulling in energy from other planes, so it's possible that this tower and my people were already very close to completing that type of magic, i.e. to get to other planes completely. And so because those, and this is the top of the tower, correct? That's where we were?
Yes.
So it's possible that those are like, what's the word? Amplifiers as well as anchors. So those are already reaching out to other planes. So, and this is purely theory. We'll find out what they do. They could just make the map for all I know, but they could resonate in a way that kind of creates an echolocation type scenario, but across multiple planes, showing different things that they're attuned to resonate with, i.e. each of those towers, creating an image.
Okay, very well. We won't mess with them yet.
Yes. Well, if it looks like they do nothing but make vines appear, then that's obviously less than optimal.
Right. To the next floor, shall we?
You're going down again, not pressing that nice little switch on the wall to the
So
south.
there's a switch? Whoa.
No. Where are we pressing switches? Remember, I made a point that
We're waiting until we had everything. Yeah, we don't know if we have everything yet. Right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. Okay.
Don't fall for his DM bait.
Well, that Levi is literally okay, hit the button kind of character. But if you're like, don't touch it, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Okay. So you head back down into the basement.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the basement, and then we're going back to the main floor.
Yeah. There's still more to explore. George, you gave us a wonderland of books and old ladies, and sand monsters. Yeah, we're gonna check it all out.
We haven't found the key yet
Ladies.
to the
Yeah.
library.
There's got to be a master key somewhere here, right? This is Legend of Zelda, right?
Oh no.
Oh,
You head back into the basement, and where do you go?
Portal room is here. Okay. We're still looking for that power source. Whether or not we could use our...
This orb is a power source of any kind, or is it purely...
No.
for creating magic?
This is I wouldn't say simple magic per se, but its purpose is already formulated. Its purpose is for these spells specifically, a source of light, not enough of a power source. Though, if we don't find something that's more focused towards that, we could try to experiment with some of our new magic items that we've discovered.
I actually think that might be a compass or a navigation tool.
Compass? What, my orb?
No, the room in there.
Oh, you mean the discs?
Correct. I think it is
Yes.
something that allows them to figure out where the realm they are directing it to is.
Yes, those will be ways that... Is this a door? Am I in front of a door?
Yes.
Did we not see this door?
I think Abarian tried to draw your attention to it, and you ignored it.
No, we saw it led back to where we had been before.
Well, we
But
would assume that. We wouldn't actually know that because we don't have a top-down bird's eye view.
That's true.
Levi, you want to open that door?
Sure.
I don't
I'm
even know if
feeling
it's
the
locked.
hardiest. Yeah.
Alright. Moving down another hallway to our friendly little tomb. Excellent.
Oh, we should check and see if that lady's body was in this thing.
Yes, a
Like
good
if we
idea.
were-
We head back down into our secret passageway tomb to desecrate a body.
How heavy is this? Can we lift it up? Or
Well,
move it a
as you
little?
approach the tomb, you can indeed recognize that this figure on top of it is the woman that you saw in the basement, in the caverns.
Liana.
It is heavy. It would take a strength check to move.
Can we nudge it for a lower check?
No?
All right, I was just checking. I'm like, I don't want to throw it on the ground. I don't want to open it.
Basically, the hardest part of moving it is overcoming the friction keeping it in place initially.
So it's the first part is the hardest anyway. I getcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Um,
let's do
Friction.
this.
Is anyone going to aid me?
Kinetic versus static friction. It's all.
I got
coming
your
back.
back. Let's
Oh,
do
man.
this.
All right, so I am going to roll with advantage. All right, that was all by myself, which didn't go so good. And then, 18.
Okay, with the 18, you do manage to nudge it, as you said, and you can see that there is no body inside, but more steps leading down.
Oh, gosh darn.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show and for liking, commenting, and subscribing. New episodes release every first and third Monday of the month, but stick around for the next part of this week's adventure. Meanwhile, a special Grab Bag Gaming is happening here, so make sure you've subscribed to the RPG Blender. And if you want more non-D&D content, why not take a look at our videos on running the game of Paranoia? And if you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender. And if you'd like to watch us live, go follow our Twitch at RPG Blender to be notified when our live streams begin. We also have a tip jar and Patreon if you'd like to contribute to improving this show. Links in the description. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey, copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
I feel so betrayed right now.
So betrayed. Well, for what it's worth, you can't see any of it, so.
That's true.
You don't know it's plants. It's just spiky, sharp things. Could be like leeches.
It's true. Could just be tiny teeth on the ground.
Yeah, you like leeches, right?
Everyone loves leeches,
Right?
especially from where I'm from. In my plane, leeches are a big thing.
Bitches love leeches.
You go home, kick up your feet, drop a couple leeches on them, and just sleep the day away.